Okay, welcome back to my channel. This is for Libra, and this will be for the month of January 2026. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. I know I haven't been doing the channel here in the last little bit. Life gets busy, and yeah, it is what it is. So, not making it really fancy setup here just because I don't have lots of time right at the moment. I'm just going to throw this in just to get things started. So, we're going to jump right in with where things are at with the Fortune Oracle, and that's the Sharina Star. So this one, there's actually quite a few that I pulled actually. So we'll start out with the first ones here, even though I'll go through all. And I will go through the numbers of the cards here too. So we do have the Lion. We also have the Proposal. We have the card of Judgment. We have the card of Unity. There's also the Mountain, and we also have the Earth. We have Dragonfly, hence my original theme, Dragonfly. Anyway, and we also have the Key card, as well as Beware, which was at the bottom of the deck, and Snake, which was also at the bottom of the deck. So that's something just to be heads up on that. So we'll get into these. Now, the first cards out, of course, were, let me go back into it. So it may or may not unfold in the way that the cards are depicting here. But initially, how things are starting out is with the card of the key. So there is something here that kind of speaks to, it's more of a, well, what I want to just say, maybe before I jump right into that, is because these two cards sort of came out, it is sort of the underlying theme that is still operating around the rest of the cards. So maybe we'll just start there. Okay, so we are starting out with Beware and Snake. So beware, be careful of who you trust at this time. Snake, your intuition and healing prayers or powers will, maybe that's something I need to be mindful of, throwing it out here in the read. But your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. Just be careful. So there is something here about a hidden influence. Someone or somebody, something is not being fully honest with you. And whether that's deliberate or whether it is something that is, to unfold given a certain set of circumstances, I don't know. But I would still say it doesn't necessarily mean a danger, but it certainly does represent as being observant and just look for patterns and not promises. Don't rush any decisions or anything like that. So it does indicate that you will need to, look at things from a strategic point of view, as well as, using your emotional intelligence. And again, looking for patterns in things, but staying alert rather than fearful, because you already have the heads up here. So this is something that is, just operating in behind. So somebody else might have another agenda at play that may supersede your own and influence it. So either way, and I say that because I did see the card of partnership coming up there. So whether that's romantic or business, it's still something that might play into the situation. So we also have in January, the door is opening up for you. So it feels like with the key card, it's a new beginning. There's a direction here, an adventure, something that you are ready to let go of the past for or in lieu of. So it does feel like you're getting some clarity, you're getting some access, you're getting some kind of answers that are preparing you for something mentally or externally that's going to help you to move forward. Now, there is something here also about a theme of truth being revealed and a solution is found. So, whatever is possibly coming in here, there is something that speaks to you resolving it in some way. Now, we also have the card of Dragonfly, and this one is about lightness, adaptability, emotional maturity, things of that sort. So, you might see a situation from a higher perspective and realize that it's not as bad as what you had thought. So, it is also the theme of growing through a situation where you are a lot more flexible and you have a lot more insight. So things are looking pretty good that way. And we also have the card of birth. So there's something here about a new beginning taking shape. So this could be an idea, it could be an identity shift, could be all, but it's a project or a relationship dynamic, something of that sort. Doesn't have to be romantic, can be just partnership, business, something along that line, but it is still feeling early stage energy. So you just want to nurture that in a very slow, sustainable way. So it is the theme of fresh starts and planting those seeds. So January, it looks like you have an idea for something to go forward with. Now, we also have the card of mountain. It is the card of 22, which is a challenge. There's a delay of some sort, but it's not permanent. So, this card asks for your patience, but persistence. But the progress is going to feel slow because of that, but it's going to be feeling a lot more meaningful, whatever is further out. So, you're overcoming the obstacle with a certain level of endurance. Now, we also have the next card out as unity. And so this one is support becomes important. There's a collaboration, a reconciliation, or some form of teamwork that helps you to move past that mountain. And you don't have to do everything alone. Because of that combination, it looks like there's going to be a lot of unity, a lot of connection. So, strength through connection. Now, we also have the card of judgment, and judgment is also speaking to a wake up moment. So, there's a decision, an epiphany, a realization, something of that sort here that comes through that also indicates that you're changing the way it's a realization, so you're changing the way you see yourself or an old path, and it's an old cycle that's ending. So there's a certain level of accountability, integration of lessons, and it's honesty in a situation. So those are the things that seem to matter in this new period here in the month of January. So here we also have the card of proposal. Now, again, this doesn't have to be romantic. It can be just business, but it can be something here of an offer or an agreement or a commitment. But there may be some conditions underlying, especially when the judgment card comes up. So read the fine print emotionally or practically, however that resonates for you. But something may sound good, but it does require boundaries or a negotiation. So, again, the theme on this is to consider your commitments carefully. And overall, we are also into lion. So this one is basically kind of unlocking something within yourself. There's something here that kind of speaks to an inner strength. There's an inner knowing that's also coming through. But it just, again, it's a very strong card of really taking charge of things. So the lion harnesses, it's loyal, it's like it's harnessing inner strength, but it's also loyal and protective, but it's also taking charge of how you're moving forward. So again, this is the lion fighting for justice. It's a symbol of protection. Um, and it just feels like there's a lot of strong energy around you that you feel there's nothing that you can't tackle and go forward with. So it's almost like you're magnetic in with this new energy that you are taking on in the month of January, where you feel like you can take the challenges on and it's just go, go, go. So it really feels like things are going to move ahead for you in leaps and bounds. And again, there's something where you're going to rise to new heights because this is a leadership quality. It is also about accomplishing things on a personal level, but it's also professional victories. So, again, there's something here about you rising to a new height. It's also being gaining some respect or being admired in some way here as well. But it's a fast paced energy as well. So, there is that desire for freedom, and travel might stand out, but that's going to be a little further out, I would say. But it's something about, just an energy of a lot more even in terms of relationships, there's a certain fearlessness, and strong loyalty around you, friends and loved ones. But it's like you're becoming a fearless fighter for what is yours personally, and you're going to gain some more respect because of that, as the card depicts. So, again, anything in terms of difficulties with people, that kind of thing, those things will be confronted, dealt with, and then there's something here that kind of meets you at a higher level or a higher level of understanding. So again, in terms of career, this is also where you feel like you're on a mission and you're going to accomplish what you want. This is dreams of great wealth or luxury or something that is very important to you. But timing is very crucial with this card. So it's also kind of a survivor mentality. Okay. So overall, I feel like the theme for the cards that have come through here on the Sharina Star, and I'm also going to do tarot cards here following this one. I'm just going to put this one out here right away, and then I will do the next live reading with the tarot if you're interested in following along. So again, the ones that are showing up here, even though primarily the cards are quite positive, but it's with a little bit of a discernment sort of energy. But it's a month of awakening and initiation. So you're unlocking some new key understanding. There is a sense of you, like an underlying view of things. You have an underlying view of things where you're looking at things more with a wiser mind. And sorry, I was just reading a comment there. But it's also something about beginning something meaningful, right? And that's, it feels like you're on a new path of some sort here. So again, you're facing a challenge that's going to build some resilience because of the mountain card, and then you're receiving some kind of support with the card of unity. And I feel like you're making an important judgment call here as well. That's coming in there. And I do feel like not everything is what it seems because we have the snake energy there. But it's just take the time that you need before you commit to something. So there's something here again, trust, clarity over excitement. Don't move forward, or move forward rather, but don't rush it. Choose integrity and awareness and let go of what no longer aligns with this, this month for January. So again, I just feel like overall things are looking pretty good. It is pulling in, personal growth, a lot of personal growth there. So anyway, that's what I have for you. And if you're interested in following along for the tarot cards, we'll do those here for you in just a couple of seconds. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you have a great January. Keep moving forward, never give up, and we'll see you in 2026. So next read up now for Libra is going to be for the tarot.